Hello everyone, thank you again as always for popping by. So I'm going to put up a link below to this mirror video I'm putting up. It's by Ron. He's a new YouTuber. Oh, he has so much to say. He's really going through it. This video he's put up is about keeping safe, and that's very important. He is putting up numbers to help people in America, but all these videos that go around the world. So please look up numbers, phone numbers, connections, any way that you can find to keep yourself safe, to keep you alive, and beyond that, to heal, for you to grow and become the person you really are. So please do that. I beg you. So all the best, and please enjoy Ron's video and do subscribe to him. Thank you very much.
Hello YouTube, this is Ron reaching out to you once again from the great state of Texas. That would be Central Texas. Once again, I'm compelled to make another video. I believe that it's important that we help one another. Not in a monetary fashion or whatever, but I do believe there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. So without further ado, first off, let me give you thanks for everybody who subscribed. I want to reach out to those who are still inside the JW community and those who might be dealing with issues after leaving the community. I want to give you some hotline numbers that can help you get help. Some professional help, not just giving out my opinion as to what can help you, but someone who's licensed and trained to assist you if you're going through some things from some what they call it, flashback from being in a high control group or cult. First off, the first number I want to give you is one that you might be familiar with, 911. Yep, 911. The reason why a lot might be apprehensive about reaching out to the good old boys and ladies in blue is because the media dogs them out, portrays them as scumbuckets that's trigger happy. And even though I'm from the streets of Chicago, there have been times in my life where I've needed to call the police, popo, whatever you want to call them, but they have, even though I've not always had the best relationships with them, they do serve their purpose. And when you're in a running jam, definitely don't be too pig-headed that you can't call and get assistance. If you need to call the police up, think about this, especially if you're in a big metropolitan area. One of the things that can happen is that police might know more about the organization you're in than you know about. They might be to get you assistance with someone in your immediate area who has experience dealing with some of the things that witnesses might think that are unique to this high control group. So if you have it within you and you're dealing with some things that you know that you shouldn't be dealing with, maybe the best thing for you to possibly do would be to call the police. And they might not be able to help you right then and there, but they might be to get you out of a negative situation. If you're in a closet somewhere, if you find yourself in a closet in the next couple of days or under a bed because of somebody's stupidity, make that phone call. Shoot. Here's some national numbers too that are 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that I also looked up. And the reason why I'm doing that and providing those is a lot of us aren't from big metropolitan areas. Some of us are from small, what you call Hoboken, rinky-dink little towns where everybody knows everybody. And you might not want everybody in your business, but you know you still need help. So I'm going to provide 3 numbers that might be able to offer you assistance and get you assistance through a third party in your area without you being the one who put somebody on blast. The first number is a 24/7 phone number. It's 1-800-4-CHILD. That's 1-800-4-CHILD, or numerically, it's 1-800-422-4453. Again, that's 1-800-422-4453. If you know of a child being abused sexually, physically, emotionally, that's a hotline you can call up and get that. If it's your grandchild, it might not be your direct child. If it's your child and you just, in a situation where you got a spouse that's on some stupid stuff, give that number a call. If you're a kid and you stumbled on these videos and you're a teenager or whatever, you know of a classmate or a neighbor who's coming around with bruises, or they've confided in you that somebody's touching them improperly, or if you know if they're in a relationship with an uncle or cousin that they shouldn't be in a relationship with, and we know that happens, or if it's an elder, administrator, servant, or publisher, please make a phone call and reach out and speak to someone in their behalf, or if it's in your behalf, take care and dial that number. Again, that number for children is 1-800-422-4453. And another number that you might have to deal with coming out of a high control group would be the National Substance Abuse Hotline number. A lot of times when you're in stressful situations, doctors will have you take different opioids to deal with it. Some of us turn to alcohol to deal with the stress and pressure of the fact that we've been taught our whole lives to keep it simple, and then we get into our 30s and 40s and we continuously live in check to check, and it's stressful. Or you could have been in a wreck or something, or an accident, or slipped through a back or whatever, and now you find out that you cannot go to bed without those pills. Let me ask you this. If you think that the pain is going away, but you're still dependent on something, maybe what can give you the strength to walk away from a situation where you're in a high control group is getting professional help. The number for that, it's the National Substance Abuse Hotline. That number is 1-888-760-4633. Again, that's 1-888-760-4633. And I will be putting all of these numbers in the descriptions below. And I want everyone who might know of hotlines that could possibly help people coming out of a high control group, please put those numbers beneath, and let's get each other some help, because I definitely believe that people should not just exist. People should live their lives. God gave you, if you believe in Him, you have the gift of free will. But do you exercise it? Do you have control of your life, or is someone micromanaging you and making all the decisions for you? Please take the time to think about what I just said. There are people who exist and there are people who live. Which one do you want to be? Which one do you need to be? Put forth the effort to live. Let me give you one last phone number that I definitely think should be out there. And I'm not saying that no one else has provided phone numbers on their videos. I don't know, because I haven't seen anybody's video, but so far through my tour of duty in the X community group, I have not seen a video with hotline numbers on it. And it's not, I'm not going to say that people can't look up their own phone numbers, because you can. But maybe you're watching this video, or you've watched a bunch of videos and you're ready to make that step, But as far as picking up a phone book or Googling that phone number, you know, you just haven't gotten to that point yet. So let me go ahead and give you this last number. It's the National Domestic Violence Hotline number. The National Domestic Violence Hotline number. And being in a high control group, a lot of times when people stress out, men and women, because not all men are abusive and not all men are abusers. Sometimes it's women. Sometimes women lay their hands on their husbands or boyfriends or whatever, and you can find yourself, and then I'm not just talking about physically, it could be financial. You can hold the purse strings and hold that over somebody's head that you got the money, they don't make nothing. Or you can be verbally abusive, talk down to people and make them feel like they're this big because you feel like you're that big. If you're an abuser or if you're being abused, here's the number you can call. It's 1-800-799-7233. Let me give you that number again. It's 1-800-799-7233. One more time. 1-800-799-7233. I'm giving you that number because we need it. We need professional help, some of us, because you might not be able to wait until someone gets contact back from the boys in New York. You might need help right now. This might be the day that you have summoned up the courage to make a phone call in your behalf. I'm glad that I was motivated to make this particular video because being in this XJW community, I've gotten to meet some caring individuals that, even though they're no longer part of that organization that we were all part of, they still give a rip and care. And I'm from Chicago originally, and I received some news headlines of things that happened in the city I grew up in the JW community that I had never even heard of, but they made the news there. And I got some links sent to me, check those links out, and man, it was hard to go to bed last night because I was tearful. I remember when there was a person in my old congregation, my mom couldn't handle us because me and my brother were bigger than her, and he used to discipline me and my brother with a dog belt, a studded dog belt. And thankfully we survived it, but not everyone is as fortunate as I was, or as you might be. So if you know of somebody who's going through some difficult times, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, these are some 1-800 numbers for the United States that may be able to offer assistance on a down low, so that just in case sometimes you just don't want to get somebody you care about in trouble, but at least get yourself some assistance. Value yourself enough. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for all those subscriptions. I've just got to the 300 mark. Ooh, I've only been on this YouTube channel for a month. Thank you so much for all the encouraging comments. Thank you for, thank you for dealing with me and this voice, because it fluctuates, and with the ahs and uhs and all that stuff. I'm working on it. I am not as nervous as I used to be, and hopefully you'll keep seeing improvements. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.